I'm Hongning Du, President of Nihon Kohden Orange Med, a part of Nihon Kohden Corporation. Congratulations, Julian and the entire MD PnP team on this milestone of 20th anniversary. At Nihon Kohden, we share the same vision as your team in connecting the devices for better patient care. I personally enjoyed the ventilator remote control project that we did together and completed for the DoD. Julian, your skills in planning and executing live demonstration was very impressive. I almost thought that you should work in Hollywood as a director because you were so skillful in highlighting the exciting things and hiding small drawbacks. But I'm happy that you are not in Hollywood because your efforts and work in medical fields over the past 20 years have made much more impacts to our society. I look forward to more collaborations between our two teams and to bring the medical device connectivity to the next level. Congratulations again.
I'm Sue Whitehead, the original MD PnP Program Manager. After a long career in healthcare information systems, I had recently joined MGH and CIMMIT in 2004 when Julian got his first grant from them to further develop his vision of plug-and-play medical technology. He asked me to work with him on building a community and obtaining grant funding to further develop the MD PnP concepts. I was drawn in by the implications of this work for patient safety and improved outcomes, and I worked with Julian as program manager for the next 10 years until I retired. Julian was a master at communicating his enthusiasm and ideas and at persuading others to work with us. Those were really exciting times building the program. We convened forums, we received grants from DoD, NIH, and NSF, built a lab where we developed demos, showed those demos at national conferences, developed valuable relationships with device manufacturers and with university research teams, and worked on defining MD PnP standards. Julian himself was a hub of activity and drew others from a broad range of related fields to become involved, resulting in this groundbreaking work that is highly significant in healthcare. Clearly, that early perseverance and success has continued. I congratulate Julian and the MD PnP team on this incredible milestone of 20 years.
Good afternoon. I'm Warren Sandberg. I'm the chair of the Department of Anesthesiology at Vanderbilt University Medical Center and the chief of staff of Vanderbilt University Hospital. I'm going to extemporize a little bit. It's been a long time since Dr. Goldman and I have spent much time together, but I would say that his work has been foundational to my career and also provided me with a lot of inspiration. I would also add that the work of the MD PnP effort, while crucial ultimately to the success of healthcare, is unfinished. In that, I think the most important deliverable would be medical devices that talk automatically and seamlessly to each other and to the electronic medical record for the benefit of patient safety and hospital efficiency. And that has not yet been realized. However, Julian provided the early proof of concept that proved to me the value of this, both as a safety intervention and also as something to address issues of physician and clinician burnout and exhaustion in the workplace. And the proof of concept that he provided was a demonstration probably 20 years ago that using a fusion of the electronic medical record, patient location data, and phase of case data, you could do the seemingly trivial task of suppressing a nuisance alarm at the beginning of an anesthetic, meaning that you could deduce from the location of the clinician and the patient and the phase of case that in fact a loss of end tidal CO2 in the breathing circuit did not indicate that the patient was apneic for nefarious reasons, but rather that the anesthesia team was intubating the patient. And there's nothing more annoying during the intubation sequence to have a nuisance alarm go off in your ear telling you that the patient is in fact, you guessed it, apneic. So that was a really great demonstration. And again, I would say that we've not brought that through to fruition yet to be able to do that simple task. But through Julian's efforts and his diligent commitment to this objective, I envision that someday before the two of us retire, we will get there. My final comment about Julian is that I've always appreciated his being at a meeting with me, because it means that he catches at least half of the people who would want to talk to me instead, because we're frequently confused for each other. Can't imagine why that would be. On the other hand, I, of course, then wind up talking to half the people that Julian would be talking to. So on the balance, it's a conservation of entertainment, interest, and intrigue with all the great people we get to meet. So Julian, I hope that this tribute served you, and I've always enjoyed working with you and proud to be associated with you and with the MD PnP project.
On behalf of Team Tatrick, we'd like to say hooah and congratulations to Dr. Goldman for 20 years of advancing patient care. For the past 2 decades, you have been an instrumental and dedicated member of not just the medical community at large, but also of military medicine. Your entrepreneurial contributions to saving lives in the battlefield and to general science have been felt by many, and especially by us here at Tatrick. Your focus on advancing patient safety through medical device interoperability, developing inclusive teams that solve problems, mentoring the next generation, and accelerating innovation across multiple domains has made you a recognized leader and pioneer in high-quality, safe patient care. Our collaborative partnership with you and your team over the years is one for which we are grateful. We are proud to have been a part of your story and wish you continued success in all of your endeavors to come. Cheers.
Hi, this is Sandy Weininger of the FDA Center for Devices and Radiological Health. This is my tribute to Dr. Julian Goldman in celebration of the 20-year anniversary of the MD PnP program. I met Julian in the early 90s when we were working on pulse oximeter standards, and Stan Weitzner said, you know, there's somebody you really should meet. In conversations with Julian, I quickly discovered that we had a common objective, but approached things from a very different angle. Obviously, Julian is an anesthesiologist and clinician, and I'm an electrical biomedical engineer, but our views were very complementary, and we had the same idea of patient safety. It helped that Julian is a tinkerer and a closet engineer, and I, of course, was interested in physiology and how the body worked, so we learned a lot from each other. We went on to build very forward-looking standards. We built the ICE standard, the Integrated Devices in the Integrated Clinical Environment, which started in ASTM and migrated to AAMI. And we built IEC 60601-1-10 for the physiologic closed-loop controllers, always with an eye towards the future about what kinds of devices will be coming down the pike and how are we going to make those safe. You know, these efforts were the foundation of our collaborative research agreement, which we've now had in place between MD PnP program and FDA for a number of years now, and we keep expanding it to address things like open health platforms and safety of systems and cybersecurity. So it's taken us 20 years of collecting lots of different people and lots of expertises which have influenced us, and I say us because I think we're working as a team greatly. I expect that we're going to continue to collect people for the next 20 years, particularly with the collaborative community that we're now standing up. And so Dr. Goldman, Julian, my friend, I thank you for your vision and for your tireless efforts at addressing patient safety with an extreme amount of expertise and perseverance. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum, greetings from Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. I'm Dwayne Kaniva, and I'm so pleased to recognize Dr. Julian Goldman for the 20 years of service that he's done with medical device and integrated clinical environment and developing the standards for the healthcare industry. Julian's been on the cutting edge of this critical aspect of the House of Medicine, and it's right that we should acknowledge the hard work that he's done. I first met Julian in 2008 when we were introduced by Susan Turnbull. I think at that time I was able to help admire the problem, but not much else. But it was for me a pivotal moment where I learned the importance of coalitions, tenacity, hard work, persistence, and coalitions, friendships that developed with Sandy and Tracy and the teams at Aberdeen. Julian's been on the cutting edge of technology as well as a pioneer, and he's been out front as a pioneer, taking arrows from all directions. Julian, the world is blessed for the work that you've done, the efforts that you've made, and the contributions that you've given to the House of Medicine. We're looking forward to seeing what you do in the next 20 years. Shukran, and masalama.
Hi, I'm Tracy Rausch. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer and founder of DocBox. Julian, congratulations on your 20 years. Thank you for the mentorship, the guidance. The industry thanks you for your leadership and the effort and the time that it takes to actually move something this big forward through over the time, whether we were having discussions about policy or soldering on a folding table. It's been quite the ride and quite the journey. The DocBox, myself, the DocBox teams wants to thank you and to enjoy this evening. And tomorrow we're going to wake up and start the next chapter. So once again, congratulations on your 20 years.
Hello, my name is Rob Kolodner, and I want to celebrate the success of the MD PnP program and its founder, Dr. Julian Goldman. I'm a psychiatrist who spent most of my 30-year federal government career in health IT, serving in national health informatics leadership roles in both VA and HHS. With that perspective, I especially appreciate and admire Dr. Goldman and his career accomplishments. Dr. Goldman is a unique individual who envisioned a truly audacious goal and embarked on 35 years of working to make it a reality. He identified, lobbied, cajoled, hounded, and herded together all parties necessary to deliver critical healthcare standards and infrastructure enhancements to improve care quality and safety. Julian skillfully unveiled progressively more ambitious labels to describe the enhancements: medical device interoperability, medical device plug and play, smart and autonomous medical systems. Essential for success, he secured grants from multiple federal agencies, recruited a superb MD PnP staff, and teamed with key cross-sector collaborators. It's been much harder and taken much longer than Julian ever imagined, requiring significant personal sacrifices. The latest milestones of FDA recognizing and joining the SAMS community, the collaborative community, may be the linchpin that will enable the key standards and infrastructure elements used in numerous laboratory and COVID-era demonstrations to cross the gap to become integral components in all commercial medical products and solutions, unleashing a wave of significant quality and safety advances. The healthcare community owes Dr. Goldman a debt of gratitude for his years of unwavering persistence to improve healthcare quality and safety and save patient lives.
Oh my goodness, has it really been 20 years? Congratulations, Julian, for great work in MD PnP. I can't believe it's been that long already. I had the honor to work with Julian as a surgeon from VA who got wrangled into informatics and the world of EHRs and device interoperability. I recall the days when we would run around DC and we would attend meetings at the National Science Foundation. We would be asked to testify before Congress. We were at the White House working on disaster preparedness and response initiatives, and then all the things related to VA and Department of Defense electronic health records. Those were the days, and we had a good time, even though that was a big challenge. I will tell you that Julian is not only a professional colleague, but he has become a true friend. I count him as one of my greatest friends of my lifetime. And he just has that kind of personality, always full of zeal and humor and a little bit of a grin with anything that he actually comes up with that is profound. And there are a lot of those. And so we shared good times together over good food and good beer as well. I wish I could be there to celebrate this time. I'll be out of the country, unfortunately. But again, thank you, Julian, for everything you've done, and thank you for the mission that you're pushing forward. Your work will be documented in history as some of the pivotal work toward interoperability and analytical systems, and ultimately systems that will change the world. And so thank you for that, and enjoy your time with your colleagues.
Hi, I'm Matt Quinn, the Science Director for Tatric, and I'd like to thank Dr. Julian Goldman and the entire MD PnP team for 20 years of visionary leadership and progress. Never was the importance of the MD PnP program more critical than during our response to COVID and the National Emergency Telecritical Care Network, or NETSIT. In less than 9 months, we pioneered and demonstrated a new care model in which we delivered critical care expertise, including remote control of multiple manufacturers' ventilators and pumps from anywhere to anywhere. None of this would have been possible without Dr. Goldman, the MD PnP program, the ICE standard, and all that goes with that. So here's to 20 years and to continuing to make breakthrough impacts. Thanks again.